Hello there, Namaskaram. Good morning and good evening, and a warm welcome to one and all of you. I hope you're all doing good. And once again, it gives me a great pleasure. I'm deeply honored to be unified with all of you through these sessions. So, once in a while, as time permits, I'm trying my best to keep releasing one or other important topics. But let me remind you of one thing, the very reason why we are involved in these kind of short videos is to impose and instill one thing: be yourself and be an overcomer, right? You don't have to be superficial that I have to become like that person, this person, Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan. Don't worry, you be whatever Khan you are, no problem with that, right? Or you be whatever speciality you have from above, just stick to it. And at the same time, today the world is full of challenges. We have enough problems. You don't have to go in search of problems, because problems come in search of us in some or other ways, or in some or other form. So you and I have to be really strong, and we have to be overcomers. Only those who have the capacity and capability to overcome, those that shall overcome shall only prosper, right? So anyway, so today we have picked at another important subject. In our channel, we have uploaded lots of sessions with titles like these, which are really going to be very helpful for professionals, a person who is struggling with a lot of depressions, anxiety, this and that. Don't worry about it. You just go through the channel. We have uploaded a lot of videos. Anyway, today we have decided to meet you with one another important topic, and the name of the topic is: why are people worried about their future? Worry itself is a important element that we are battling day in and day out to overcome. First, let's talk about worry. Let's dissect. Let's take it aside. Let's take this worry factor aside, and we will, do some analysis, examine it very carefully and closely before we get into the topic. Why are people worried about their future? This is the title, right? Now, what is worry? Why am I worried? Is there any use to worry, or is there any benefit of getting worried? Because your future is not in your control. You don't even know what is going to happen to this world, happen to your circumstance, happen to your atmosphere, happen to your family, happen to your life. In the very next hour, you don't even know. Then why worry? Important question, no? So when you and I start to research much about this question, or ask this question whenever you are worried about something the next time, absolutely you're going to laugh at yourself, because it's pointless to be worried. But what imposes that worry? What induces that worry? Somehow, some factor is kind of crossing our path, and it's inducing worry. It's all about something disturbing our expectations. You and I go to some place and we want to meet someone, or we choose a different job, or we pick up a course in our academics with certain expectations. Now what happens is, if that expectation is not met for some reasons, or if the results are not delivered as much as you have put all the hard work and efforts, and if you're not able to churn that benefit, then what happens? You're literally disappointed. Some people get into depression, some people get into nail biting anxiety. All of this constitutes to one factor that is called as worry, because all the time and efforts that I've invested is definitely helping me to do nothing. I have not benefited anything through these efforts that I put in, right? One of my friends, he was actually very interested in aeronautical engineering. However, he took mechanical engineering. And once he finished, as he was doing this mechanical engineering, his heart and mind was always focusing towards aeronautical engineering. Obviously, the guy passed out. He got qualified, or he got selected in the campus interview, but unfortunately, the fellow didn't prosper, and he was really worried. And I got a opportunity to talk to him long ago. It's at least 1.5 decades ago, 15 years ago. And then I told him, I shared my piece of advice. Why? Because I'm a civil engineer by graduation, but I always had passion to become an IT engineer, and I became one. But there was massive struggle, and as I was going through the struggle, I definitely know that I was really worried more than anyone in this world. Why? Because I was really perplexed. I was confused. Have I taken the wrong path? Because my qualification is something else, the profession that I desire is something else, but I had to fight for it, and then, yeah, I am successful today, but it did not come for free. So when I shared my example, it really encouraged him. And what he did was he continued in the job and he did some additional courses that really helped him to get into some aeronautical industry. And today he's an employee in HCL, in HCL Bangalore, I think. And he's doing well, but I'm not in touch with him for the last 5 or 6 years, but he's doing well. All right. So my point is the factor for worry is the expectations versus the efforts that we put in doesn't match or doesn't meet. So what happens? We end up in depression. Now let's set the expectation is the key reason, but there are other factors for worry also because a lot of unprecedented events happens. For example, COVID is an example. You have not expected it, but COVID enters your home. One of them have fallen sick, or one of them are dead. In my own family, I mean to say, my blood relatives, I've lost many people. Likewise, I'm sure you also have witnessed few deaths in your family. Did we really ask for it? Did we expect it? Actually, no, but it actually have crossed our path without we inviting. So some things like that, makes you worried next time, because of those death. No, even this time I will be wearing mask and I will go outside. Because why? That moment really scared me. That moment has not really departed from my heart. That sadness, that grief which the family had gone through had instilled such a worry and a fear for this COVID is really not departed. I'm very honest to you, right? Likewise, you and I would have different circumstances that we had gone through from the childhood all the way to this very moment, right? And it is different from each other, so we cannot judge each other. But the factor is the same: worry. I'm worried for some reasons. It could be some incidents in the past. It could be some incidents in the present. It could be some expectations for the future, or it could be something that you could not achieve. The efforts you put in has had been ruined by someone or somebody or some incident. It could be various reasons. So net net, the bottom line here is worry is not going to help you even a bit, even an inch. It will not allow you to move ahead even an inch. It will keep you stalled. It will suspend all your activities. It will it will tie your hands. It's like handcuff. You won't be able to move ahead. We'll talk about that, how to overcome, in a moment. My time is running. I will close the session in another 5 minutes roughly. Especially, why are people worried about their future? That is the topic. So we will come to the topic now. It's a triology. Three factors I want to tell. What are those three factors? People are worried about their future, either connected to health or wealth or their job. None of you listening to me would disagree with me, correct or not? There are other factors outside this, not only these three. Some people are worried about their children, mischievous children, lying children, and some children are drug addicts, unfortunately. Some children are into some bad habits, unfortunately. Yeah. Some children are worried about their parents. That's a different story. So let's leave it there. Some people are worried about their boss. For some reasons, brother, it's my fate. Some people use this word. It's my fate. Whichever company I go, my boss is like a dog. He always bites me. He's looking for, all over my body. I have only dog bites. So much of harassments I've gone through. Why are you keeping quiet? You could work with your HR and sort it out. Or you need to check on yourself. Perhaps you're not working on your mistakes. You have to go through few corrections and you are not taking the corrective measures. Maybe you are wrong, right? There is not a problem that cannot be fixed in this world. It's only that we got to put our mind and efforts, or consult a person, right, who could be your mentor and lead you and all that. There could be various problems. Right, now let's talk about these three factors. All these three factors will only pull you down if you are focusing. See, it's nice to focus on health from a positive angle, in the sense, for example, you are unhealthy, you have some sickness, you have some hormonal deficiency, you have some sort of genetical problem, right? Work with your doctor, go through medications. Sometimes medications also not going to help, but lifestyle changes will help. Sort it out, work with a specialist and sort it out. Rather, sitting at corner and having long faces and always worried about your health is not going to take you anywhere. It's only going to pull you backward, pull you down, and you'll become even more unhealthy. Recently, one of my relatives passed away. The very reason was he became, what is that? No, he was not a diabetic. He had some gastritis issue or something like that, and he had the cholesterol problem. The guy went into depression. He was thinking, overthinking, and all that. He ended up in cardiac arrest. He passed at the age of 63. True incident. It happened only last month. And I know a very, very close relative. He got arthritis in his knees, and the guy was overthinking, and he lost all the weight, and he's still living, but he has actually lost all his interest in his living. Why? Because he's worried. I'm not able to walk like before. So what? You're able to walk, not like before. You see, there's a difference. You're not able to run like before. You're not able to walk like before. No problem, but you're able to walk. There are many people who are born without legs. You know that? Many children, babies who are born without hands and legs. You know one guy, right? He's a motivational speaker. Without hands and legs, he talks and he motivates everyone. So it's in your mind. It's in your mind, and you got to clear up your mind, for which you can take help from anyone. You can consult a doctor, you can consult a psychiatrist, you can consult anyone whom you know, but take help and overcome the worries related to health. Can really really hamper your motives, hamper your energy, right? Secondly, wealth, very important factor, no? When I say wealth, no, immediately everybody have come to the front now. All are focusing, what are you going to talk about? Money is everything. I agree with that. Without money, can you do anything in this world? Actually, no. I completely agree. You agree, I agree, because we both need money to educate our child, to eat our food, to pay our taxes, and to fill our tanks with petrol, and to have a kind of a holiday break with your family. For everything you need money. Agree. But you also need to understand, money is not everything, right? People run for money, sacrificing and compromising on their health, family time, quality time, and this and that. That's the reason most of the times they are much worried about, kind of staggering, much of wealth, running behind wealth. They compromise on many other factors, so they end up in depression and they have health problems. People who are having health problems, just go and check their lifestyle. They would not have quality time with their family. They would not be having regular exercising habit. They would not have got regular food habits. Eating on time is a food habit I'm talking about. Yes, you're taking a lot of processed food and pizzas and this and that. That's a totally a different issue. You go and consult a dietitian. But I'm talking about eating food on time. Do you know that it's a crime? It's a crime. You're having that crime against yourself if you're not taking your food on time. I'm taking my food on time. 10 o'clock in the night I eat, brother. No, that's not the time. When you have to have breakfast, 7 a.m. in the morning. That's an ideal time. You need to have your lunch at 12 p.m. You need to have your dinner at 7:30 p.m. Fine. Your job is something like that, and you cannot have that on time. Fine. At least, plus or minus 2 hours. You need to really work it out. Talk to a doctor. What I'm trying to say here is I'm talking about wealth. You really need to plan for it. I understand. You need to plan for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years down the line. Young people plan for 25 years down the line, invest in kind of pension plans, this and that and all that. Nothing wrong, but then you need to limit it. That's the problem which causes worry. It's becoming limitless. You have one house, then immediately the limit extended to two houses. You have two houses, then you look for a property, a land, you buy, you take another loan. By the time, what happens? Your age also, you're not growing younger. You're growing older year after year and day after year, which means what? Your energy levels is also going to subside. It's going to lower, right? You're not going to. Some people are blessed with that energy, but they're very rare. One in a million probably they're blessed. I would be very happy if you are that person, right? But most of us are not like that. As you're growing older, you got to slow down. Yeah, but your planning will have to also kind of concur with that health factors too, age factor too. When you're planning for your wealth, you also need to consider what you would be like 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line, because you need to have that respect for your age. You need to have the respect for the kind of, what else can I say, age, nothing else, right? Based on that, when you plan, you will never end up in a worry. Why? Because your plan goes. That's why many people become bankrupt. They do not know how to repay the loan, and their properties are confiscated, and their properties have gone for auction, and they're not able to pay back the vehicle loan, and the car has been taken by the banker. All the shameful situations you will end up, and that's why you are worried. How am I going to repay? Something happens to my job. Now third factor is job. Now you understand, some people always they take that pressure to their head, right inside the middle of their brains. You tell them a simple thing, no, immediately they'll get offended. Why? Because that job insecurity, a simple org change, or some changes happen in their company, immediately the first thing that comes into their mind is, will I lose my job? I've heard several people making this statement, but when I check their background, no, they'll be either worried about their wealth or about their future. I mean, future in the sense about their health related matters or many other matters, right? But there is a planning that is involved, which will take you towards a stronger side. And that planning in terms of wealth, you really have to do it very carefully, considering all these parameters, right? And also, you may beget children, then change your planning. You plan for one kid, now it became three kids. Now what happens? You need to go and recalibrate, rework on your planning. Why? Because instead of buying three properties, you reduce it to two. Because why? You have to educate your child, and all those things you need to factor in. There is nothing to get worried about. It's all about planning. It's all about strategizing. It's all about focusing ahead of what you want to become or what you want to be. Just plan it with your spouse. Everything will be fine. So if these three factors are taken into consideration, I think most of the worries will come to an end, and therefore you are able to live a very very peaceful life, a happy life. There are three important principles that I want to leave behind. The principle I have entitled is FBI. FBI, immediately, or some investigation agency or what, nothing like that. FBI, so you can easily remember. FBI. F stands for faith, B stands for belief, I stands for introspection. What is F? Faith. What is faith? Have faith in something or someone or in yourself, right? I'm a strong believer in God. I believe in God. I believe in the Bible that I read. I believe in my, I worship my Lord Jesus. I strongly have faith in Him that He will never let me down. You may be a Hindu brother, you may be a Muslim sister, or you may belong to any other religion. You may be an atheist, no problem. You have faith in your mentor. Yeah, my mentor will never let me down. Or you have some guru or Swamiji sitting on a mountaintop. Have faith in him. Somehow have faith in someone, right? Because why? That is really going to build in some sort of confidence, right? Next is B, belief. Believe in yourself. That's how we began the session, right? Have that belief in yourself. Have belief in yourself. Why? Because sometimes how to believe in yourself. I'll tell you the best principle. The best principle is rewind the tape. It's See, all of us have overcome some or other challenges at some point of our life and on regular intervals. Sometimes it's nice to sit in silence, and the principle I is introspect. Examine your mind and appreciate yourself. Learn to appreciate yourself. People they are really hesitant. They don't want to appreciate yourself. You deserve for appreciations, man. My dear friend, you deserve for appreciation. You have achieved some or other thing in your lives. Why are you refraining from appreciating yourself? You need not have that pride, headstrong attitude. There is no one like me, nothing like that. I'm not talking about that, but you deserve for appreciation. You appreciate, you think whenever you cross a problem, when trouble hits your path, the first thing that you need to do is, I have overcome a similar situation or even a worse situation or something similar or lesser than this. Somehow I've overcame. This time also I believe in myself. I have faith in God. For example, you are a believer in God. I have faith in God. I believe in myself. I believe in my hard work. I'm able to overcome. That thing will keep you stay out of worries, and especially worry about the future. That's why I spoke about the trilogy: health, wealth, and job. And this side, another trilogy. That's a principle: FBI, faith, belief, or faith in God or someone, belief in yourself, and I is introspection. Please introspect. Introspection, I have spoken already in a different session. You please go through it. Why it is important to introspect? I will close very very soon. I will close in a minute. Introspection will help you to eliminate all the garbages in the sense that there are bad fragments, right? In the hard disk, if you see bad fragments, you had to run this, defragmentation. There is a process. What it will do is, it will remove all the bad elements and it will put all the good elements together, and it will secure more space, something like that. This introspection will help you to get rid of all the bad memories, bad thoughts, and that which shakes your confidence. Anything and everything that is negative, you got to eliminate. If possible, write it down in a piece of paper, tear it into pieces and throw it, and believe that it has gone out of your mind. Do that exercise once in a week, once in a day, how much ever time it takes, how many ever number of times it takes. Continue to do that. Why? It's needed. You have to somehow overcome. You need to somehow get rid of those bad sectors, the bad fragments, and therefore your frame of mind gets aligned towards the positivity in life, and nothing can shake your confidence. All right. God bless you. Take care. Please subscribe your channel to our channel if you have not subscribed. Do not miss on any videos. It's only going to help you. Share these things, I mean these kind of videos and sessions with all the people, regardless of any religion, gender, caste, it doesn't matter. These are universal sessions. We are talking about life here. Yeah. Take care. And if you need any specific topics, write to us or comment in that section down in the YouTube channel, and we will ensure that we deliver that session. Take care. Bye.